30, 35, 40. Midfield, McFadden breaks a tackle. He's gone! 10-5 touchdown! Raiders!
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.
What's going on, Raider Nation? We live. What's going on with y'all, man? I appreciate everybody that's showing up right now. I kind of was a little bit late, excuse myself. But we got a lot to talk about today, man. It's you got the press conference with Davante Adams. Then you got, obviously, you got all the recent free agent acquisitions with the Raiders. So we got a lot to talk about. But before we get into that, I'm going to bring my friendly co-host. You already know him. He's a new content creator, man. He's doing his thing. But you know, like I said, I'm gonna say less. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. What's good? Problem was good.
Yo, what's cracking, G? How you doing, man?
Cool, man. Hey, man, it's a lot to be excited about, man. That last couple weeks with the Raiders, with all these new moves. Obviously, the biggest being Davante Adams. But today was the press conference. It was official. We kind of seen him in black. You know what I mean? We kind of seen that jersey. We seen that preview. How you feeling about the press conference, like from what you heard and what you've seen?
It seems to me like he's ready, bro. Like he's ready to go. You know what I mean? It was his dream to be a Raider. He's finally here. I mean, what more could you want? You know what I mean? He's living out a childhood dream. You know, we got all the pieces we need on offense.
Yes,
we got
sir.
the coaching staff. He got paid. You know, he what more do you want? You know what I mean? He looked real motivated to me.
Yes, sir. And let me shout out the chat, man. I appreciate you, Raider Game, man. Hey, you always showing up, showing some love, man. I appreciate you. Raider Nation, man. That's a great name, man. Raider Nation, so original. But hey, man, it's a great name either way. But what's going on, brother? And we got Lord. Is it Rachitas or Rachitas?
Rochita. You can say Rochitas.
Lord Rachitas, man. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Salute. Rob, man. Hey, man. Appreciate you stopping by. I always see you in the chat, man. I appreciate you stopping by again.
What up, Rob?
Raider Nation. All right. He says, did you see Adams' suit at the Raider Shield switch into? Man, that shit was nice, bro. Hey, if anybody's from the Bay Area, you could just tell that he was from, like, I know he's from EPA, East Palo Alto. You know, that's not too far from the Bay, like Oakland, San Francisco. Like, the way he just was posing with his jacket open like that, I was like, all right, yeah, I already know you from the Bay. It's crazy. All right. We getting some people in the chat. Before we want to get into it, we want to introduce everybody in the chat. Look, all right. Salute, Cool Kev, man. Always shows some love, man. All right. Renato was good. Was good. Let's see.
What up, Kev?
ONT6, man. This dude's a real one, man. Was good, man.
What up?
Donkey's down, man, for sure.
For sure.
Man, but Arca, hey, what's going on, Arca, man? Appreciate you stopping by, man. I see that new logo, man. That's just fire, bro. It's just fire, man. I heard through the grapevine you trying to start a new channel. Hey, man, let me know if you need anything, bro. You do it. Hey, man, that's a nice little logo. I'm trying to step up my logo game too, so be on the lookout for that, Raider Nation.
That's nice. That's nice for real.
But yeah, man. So obviously, let's see. What do you think about the pick? We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it in a second. I just wanted to get in, pretty much introduce the chat real quick. But how I feel about, pretty much that press conference. He was just telling us everything we wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Like, he grew up a Raider fan and he's so excited. But guess what? He said all the right things. Everything that I wanted to hear as a fan. He seems like a true, how do I say it? Like a genuine guy. Like, as far as like, you could tell, like, man, like this ain't no Antonio Brown. You know what I mean? That's coming in the door.
Yeah.
We're getting like, what's funny? This is a random thought. Doesn't Davante Adams? I know that I said he plays like Jerry Rice, kinda. I'm not saying he's as good, but he plays like him. He kind of looks like Jerry Rice. He looks like doesn't he low key?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe.
Let me know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Doesn't Davante Adams look like Jerry Rice's son? Like, it's crazy.
I feel like he does a little bit.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm, I know a little bit about, I'm not even gonna say the team, but I already know the team out here in the red and gold. We're not gonna say their name. But let me get back to the chat. All right, let's see. Okay. I don't want to get behind today. Okay. All right. Okay. Raider Bob was good, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
What up? What up?
Stormtrooper shouting you out, man.
What up, Stormtrooper?
All right, let's see. Let's get through the chat. All right. I gotta figure out a name for the chat, man. I gotta figure out, like, y'all shouldn't be called the chat, man. I feel like y'all need a more respectable name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up with something dope, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, y'all Raider Nation. That's without a doubt. But like in this channel, I want it to be like a different.
Shout out to the tomb. Shout out to the tomb.
Shout out to the tomb. Shout out to my peoples. I don't know, man. We got to figure something out. But let me get back to the chat. All right, Sean Johnson says, "Hey, Farrah, everything's going great. We are doing brilliant things, good signings, good contracts. Let's keep it up, Raider Nation. I think we're still in play for Honey Badger and Gilmore and OBJ. Talk, man.
So, hey, I got a tiny conspiracy. It's not really a conspiracy, but okay. So when he showed up to that press conference, right?
Okay.
Wasn't he there by himself?
Who are you referring? You're talking about
Davante. Who was there with him?
That's a good point.
Who was missing? McDaniels, Ziegler,
yes,
Champ
sir.
Kelly.
Yep.
Where were they at? They had to be behind the scenes trying to work up something, bro. Something's gonna happen, bro.
That's a great point. That's a great insight right there.
Because
like
usually you got your guy, you have the general manager, and they talk about what happened and how great it is to have this guy, and he wasn't there.
Yeah. That's a good point right there. OG Faye, appreciate you stopping by, brother. But yeah, that's a great point, because come on, ain't nothing bigger than Davante Adams. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real, man. Like Davante Adams and the head coach is missing, Dave Z's missing. Yeah. And you know what? I kind of like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like that they were missing, because you know what that tells me? They're putting in work. They're trying to make sure that this team this year is going to be prepared on the field. Like they're trying to get the right players in. You know, obviously they were working behind the scenes. We kind of find out during the press conference, or after, I believe, that DeMarcus Robinson became official. So they're probably working on that contract as well. So, and hopefully it's more moves, man. Honey Badger, hey man, if he could come to the Raiders on a nice little cheap deal, I ain't mad about it. But I don't know. He might be looking for the bag. I'm hearing rumors about him going to like the Colts. I don't know what's another team that he's probably rumored to go on. I heard Ravens are kind of interested in him, the Steelers, but we'll see, man. Gilmore, man. I don't know what's taking so long. What's taking so long with Gilmore? Are they waiting for the Carr contract? Is that what it is?
I mean, we don't know if it's our side or if it's his side doing the hold up. If it is our side, it's definitely the Carr thing, and if it's his side, I think it's more so, that whole safety move type thing. You know what I'm saying? Moving to safety. Maybe he don't want to. Maybe we want him to. I'm not. It's a guessing game at this point.
For sure. Just let us know, brother. I'll see what I can do, man. I gotta show some love to Raider Nation, man.
Hell yeah.
Cool Kid Adams is a darker version of Jerry Rice. Bruh, I'm telling you, he looks dead like he plays like him, his skill set, like his play style. I'm not saying, before everybody gets on me, I'm not saying that Davante Adams is just as good as Jerry Rice. I'm saying his skill set, that route running ability, that after the catch, like his play speed, his 40 time, like he's faster than his 40 time. Like it's kind of similar to Jerry Rice in some ways. And then I was looking at him taking the press conference. I was like, bro, you look like Jerry Rice, bro. Like it's crazy. But I don't know, man. That was
if he could play like him, if he can get close to that.
Oh man.
Then
man. He got a quarterback though. He got a quarterback. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, obviously, we're not gonna talk shit about Aaron Rodgers, but like he's playing with his boy though. Hey, what's good, Tyson, man? You always showing love, bro. Hey, appreciate you stopping by.
What up?
But yeah, man. Hey, that's what I got from the press conference. The press conference is more of like, like, hey man, I'm a good guy. Like I love the Raiders. I grew up a Raider fan, which is cool. That's nice to hear. You know what I mean? Cool Kev says Pyramid Gang. I don't know, man. Pyramid Gang, it just sounds kind of repetitive at this point. Gang, anything with gang in front of it, like gang, like I just it just is getting old at this point. To me. I mean, y'all can let me know, man. We the nation for sure, man. We are the nation. Without a doubt, we the nation. After a few pieces added to the O-line, still feel uncertain rolling into the season with these guys. Yes. Omar, you make
Yeah.
a great point. Great point. Obviously, we need
Yeah.
to upgrade that right tackle position. In my opinion, we have to put some obviously the biggest pieces on the board at the end of the day, like they've been signed up. We gotta put some competition in there. We cannot go into the season just thinking that Parker and Illuminor are the answer. I feel like we got to get another piece in free agency, maybe even the draft, man. I know we got a 3rd-round pick, and I'm gonna get into an article. I just want to do something new today. I'm gonna get into an article that Peter King wrote, and he had some things that caught my eye about Dave Z, and I feel like Dave Z he's gonna want to get back into that 2nd round because he didn't want to give up that 2nd round pick in order to get Davante Adams, but he made it
That's
happen
true.
when he knew that that situation was real. So let me get back into the chat. Tomb Raiders. Ooh,
Tomb Raider?
Raiders. That is
Tomb
like a
Raiders.
play on the move. Oh man.
Hey Kev. Hey, that wasn't dry, Kev. Good one, man.
That was a solid one. Hey, man, the Tomb Raiders. Shout out to the Tomb Raiders. Hey, man, that sounds kind of dope right there. Call it IT. Call it, okay, instead of chat, call it a family. Okay. You went the ABC, you know what I'm saying, 7th Heaven version of the chat. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I ain't mad at that. Richard Lyon just dropping in to show some love to my brothers. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Hey, man, keep showing up, man. Hey, you a good dude, man. We always see you in the chat. Linnell, man. Hey, this dude, man. Hey, Linnell, you from the Bay? I think Linnell's from the Bay, man. I think Linnell's from the Bay Area. I think so, bro. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yep.
Raider Nation said, yo, that's a great point, actually. I just realized that. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Davante Adams looking like Jerry Rice or the fact that Dave Z wants to get back into the 2nd round? That's true. Problem. Something is cooking. Okay.
Oh, they're probably talking about the.
I'm behind in the chat, yo. I'm behind in the chat. Yeah. So yeah. They're talking about So that was a good point for sure. Good point. Renato says, how you feel about our D tackle group at the moment? We're getting a lot of depth piece right now. We're getting a lot of depth piece. No stars, no one kind of eye popping. I think we're getting guys that Graham wants at the end of the day. He wants big 300-pound plus D tackles. He doesn't want the undersigned D tackles that we had last year. All the guys that we had last year with the Solomon Thomas. I don't think he's going to come back unless he wants to play a different position. Who knows? But just judging from it's kind of like when Gus Bradley, when he came in, he got his guys. Patrick Graham is going to do the same thing. He's going to get his guys. We might not know them right off. Like they're not going to be huge names because some of them are not huge names. They're not going to really pop out to you. But at the end of the day, like, we'll see. We give
what I like about it. What I like about it is that they did the groundwork already. Because I feel like if they were to get one more piece that's more established, more like to us as a fans, because these guys could outplay they're what we know them for, in this new defense. They could play a lot better than we think, but I think one more guy, man, and I'll be comfortable. One more guy.
For sure. Maybe a veteran like a Campbell. Calais Campbell wants to sign. I think with a lot of those players, you're noticing that there's a lot of good veterans on the market. And you could tell like a lot of teams are being patient. They're like, nope, we're gonna wait until like that market, that value keeps decreasing. The longer they're on free agency, the longer the cheaper that contract is going to be. So guys like Calais Campbell, guys like maybe I know someone brought up the Honey Badger. The longer he's on the market, the better that contract is going to look for us, in my opinion. But we'll see, man. Like, hey, man, the way the Raiders are moving, man, they're being aggressive, but they're calculated moves. Real smart moves. Let me get back to the chat. I don't want to get behind. All right, Mark Davis also working hard. Yes, sir, man. Hey, he's letting his guys work. That's what I like about Mark Davis. He lets the experts do their job. He didn't make a mistake in hiring John Gruden, in my opinion. That was like more of a personal thing that he wanted to do because he was a fan of him way back in the day. But he quickly realized that mistake and made the right hires in Dave Z and obviously McDaniels. LV Maximus, what's good, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. I thought DC might be there as well. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they wanted him to just enjoy his moment. Sometimes they just want to give him. They probably want to give him his space, man. Ravens got Marcus Williams already. Raider Nation, that is a great point. Cross them off the list. You are right. Yeah. You are correct. But I did hear about the Steelers being interested as well, and the Colts, because they got the money to do so. Good take. Hey man, problem. That was a really good take for sure. White Tyson, they might need the Carr contract for cap room to stay compliant. Yes, for sure. That might be the case too. I brought that up earlier, but I didn't really talk about it too much. But yeah, maybe their focus, maybe that's why they're not at the press conference and why DC wasn't at the press conference until that contract gets taken care of, until DC signs on the dotted lines and, you know, frees up some cap space. I mean, they're still making small moves, kind of similar to what happened last week when people were going crazy because we didn't sign like a big name deal, but they were moving around the cap space. They signed like a no-name Darius Phillips, and then all of a sudden the big moves start coming up. You know what I mean? They just
exactly.
You know, just be patient, y'all. You know, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Is that true? What are you referring to, Eddie? I'm behind in the chat. So Tavio says, "What's good, Farrell? Hey, what's good, Tavio? Man, appreciate you stopping by, man. Once again, imagine Rice with dreads. You know, it's funny. Rice did have dreads. He did have dreads. Yeah. It's just his hairline was like all the way back here, so
she was like
you couldn't really see his dreads in the front. You know what I'm saying?" All right. Can't wait for Carr pressure now. Facts. I can't wait for that because you already know Davante Adams is about to pull up. They're gonna be talking all types of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like we about to make magic happen, all that good stuff. Cool Kev says Gilmore and Honey Badger reaches for the Raiders. It's out there. We have to look elsewhere. Hey, Cool Kev. Hey, man, you know what? We'll see. You might have a point because we've been hearing rumors, but nothing has come about it. But like I said, you know, like the Raiders' focus right now is DC's contract. So EG Raider says, "What's good? What's up, Farrell? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you stopping by, man. I gotta make you a mod, bro. You're like the official mod you're like one of the official mods of Raider YouTube. Let's see what Sean says. Well, that was a crazy tweet that Gilmore would take less if Honey Badger comes to Vegas. That's what hey man, I seen that tweet. That dude is not official. He's not so let me read this tweet. Yeah. Well, there was a crazy tweet that Gilmore would take less if Honey Badger comes to Vegas. That's what the holdup is, but the source I think was not credible. But it's an interesting scenario. Yeah, but and that's what that dude is doing, man. He's being a troll, man. I don't, man. Like people really go out their way to make fake accounts to report news. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, hell no. It's just not good. I don't believe unless you're certified. You're just talking a bunch of nonsense.
I gotta see that blue check mark. I gotta see that blue check mark and before, or just I don't know, man. Salute Pharaoh. Hey, what's good, Robert? Man, appreciate you stopping by. Pharaoh's Tomb. Okay, you want to call the chat? I don't want to call the chat Pharaoh's Tomb, man. I got I want to give y'all your own name. Tomb Raiders right now is in the lead. Tomb Raiders is now in the lead. Let's see. But Richard likes that, man. He wants to be called the Pharaoh's Tomb, man. I don't know, Richard, man. I feel like Tomb Raiders, man, is solid, bro. But we'll see. We'll let the people decide. I'll let the people decide, man.
Facts.
All right, Robinson. Salute Raider Nation. Okay. Call us whatever you want, Pharaoh. It's all love and respect for sure, man. Hey, Raider Nation, man. That's at the end of the day, it's still the nation. That doesn't change. As it doesn't change. Well, Arkham Raider says, if you need a logo, hit up the GOAT at Digital Art, Lord Rashidas. He is extremely talented. Hey, I'm gonna look into it, bro. I got some other people working on it right now, but hey, I might have to hit him up too. Have to hit him up too. Let's see what Cool Kev. He says the O-line needs help 2 years without proper pieces. This O-line needs help 2 years without proper pieces. You know what though? A lot of people talk about the talent on the O-line. But another thing about the O-line that people kind of like just forget about is the coaching was terrible. The coaching was terrible. Just like a lot of, the other coaching staffs, like a lot of people like to talk about Greg Olsen and how he wasn't a good offensive play caller. But Tom Cable was a bad coach. If he's a bad coach, that means the players had to be coached up by him. You know what I mean? They're probably doing things that weren't, the right. You get what I'm trying to say? Problem?
Yeah. On top of that, bro, like. I mean, I don't know if this is Cable's fault or not, but do you remember in that playoff game against the Bengals, we had Foster Moreau on that D end, and he got blown up, strip sack. I mean, I think Cable had to do something with that, right? I don't think it's just Olsen, right? Do you remember that play?
Yeah, you're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals game where Morrow was pretty much assigned to basically block the best pass rusher on the Cincinnati Bengals, like, which is crazy, man. And that's coaching, you know what I mean? Whether that was Greg Olsen's trying to scheme that up, or whether it was Tom Cable who thought that was the right blocking scheme to have, who knows? But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like, if we're getting on Tom Cable being a bad coach, that means the players suffer too. You know what I mean? They have to get coached up by bad coaches. So, you know, we got to think about that too. So we definitely need to add pieces, but we got to upgrade in the coaching staff this year. LV Maximus says, what do you think of Pico and Butler? Role players, just role players. Yeah, big guys, probably good against the run. Nothing to be huge, excited about. But for a guy like Patrick Graham, he's trying to get a lot of depth and competition in there and let the best man win, pretty much.
And those dudes ain't gonna get moved off the ball so easily. You know, they're gonna fight to the end of the play type stuff. Those are both tough dudes right there.
Yep. Linnell says sack. Okay, man, that's not too far. That's like a couple hours away. Let's see. Omar Juarez says, what are some players y'all like in the third? And that's a really tough question to ask, man, because
I got one.
Okay, problem got to answer.
I got one. Brian Asamoah, linebacker. I think we need another dynamic linebacker, bro. Okay. Now that we have the D tackle position kind of with that depth, you know, and there's guys out there in free agency, but we need a young dude with speed, you know what I'm saying, who kind of like could do it all. Tackle, you know, blitz, pick up a running back out of the backfield, tackles for losses. Brian Asamoah is that kind of guy, you know.
And for me, my answer is like it's going to be too hard to predict what player or position to need. I know that you don't want to go into the draft really desperate. At the end of the day, I feel like we need to get the best player available in the third round. Think about it. Our first pick is in the third round. That might change though. So I'm gonna get into this article real quick in a second, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that might change. Raider Payton, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. I always see you on Twitter, man. You a funny dude. Raider Nation said, the fact that Dave Z and Josh were not at the press conference, facts. That's what Problem was pointing out. He was pointing out that. Kasi, man, the unofficial Raider insider, man. What you got for us, man? Hey, man.
Give us some breaking news, man. Give us something, man.
Cody Whitcraft, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Maybe they are trying to package Matthew and Gilmore working out the numbers. It's a possibility. And if that happens, oh my God.
Okay, where would you rank us if we got those guys? What would you expect to finish this year?
If you're asking me where
defensive ranking
with our D line, man. Honestly, I hope, because this is the thing. This is one of the things that I have doubts about. Because obviously we're on a crazy high, Raider Nation. We're on a crazy high. We got Davante Adams. We're making all these moves. We're picking up all these players. But the reality will set in a few months where the reality is that this is a new defensive scheme, and he's getting new players coming in. So he needs time to gel that system. You know what I mean? And I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like our offense is closer than our defense. But that being said, adding talent helps. And then we got the right coaching staff as well. So that might kind of expedite that learning curve a little bit. But man, if we can get into top 20 to top 15-ish in year one,
these two dudes, I would say you got to be at least top 12.
If we can get top 12,
these two guys.
If we can get top 15, if we get top 15, we have a chance to be we're going to be Super Bowl contenders, because I'm really confident about the offense. I think we can be a top 5 offense, and then you combine that with a top 15, top 12 defense that you're projecting it to be. That's automatic Super Bowl contenders. That's how you make playoff runs. You gotta be able to score with the best of them, and you gotta also be able to stop the other team from scoring. So top 15, that's solid. Let me get back to the chat. Don't want to forget about y'all. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Facts, man. Hit them likes, man. Make sure you subscribe, man. And my boy Problem TV, he started his channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Yes, sir.
Pico is a run stopper. Okay, yep, yes, sir. He is. Role player, another role player. All right, salute Arkham. Okay, so, all right, Tasi, man, y'all see everybody introducing themselves. Let me get back into the chat. I think I went all the way too far. Let's see. Let us see. All right. White Tyson says we get top 12. Graham will be head coach next year. Facts. If we get anything close to top 15 next year, because that's the best defense we've ever had in a when's the last time? This is a very good question for the chat. You know what I mean? If y'all know this man, hey man, hey, I want you to come on live and I want you look. Let me just ask the question. When was the last time the Raiders had a top 15 defense? Salute Dirty. I see you in the chat, bro. Appreciate you stopping by.
I think I might know the answer. I think when we had Nnamdi, we had a number one pass defense.
Yeah, but that run defense was terrible.
It was like bottom, but it was, yeah. But I still think we were top. I think we were like top 12.
Top 12?
I could be wrong.
I'm thinking more closer to early 2000s. You know, I think 2002, I think we had a solid defense, playmaking defense, forced a lot of turnovers. That was the last time. But either way, that should tell you that's more like this 20 years. That's 20-year plus since the last time we've had a good defense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild, bro.
And then a lot of people trying to get on Carr, and I don't want to get into the Carr debate, but like, hey, at the end of the day, like, if you can't stop this other team from scoring, like, your chances of winning decrease. Let me get back into the chat. Let's see. All right, salute. All right, let's go. Dark Atheist, man, appreciate you stopping by, man. I always see you in the chat, especially in Raid's channel, man. I appreciate you stopping by, and shout out to Raid, man. That's a good dude. Make sure you guys subscribe to him as well. Let's see. All right. He will if that happens. What do you mean by that? Who's he talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, man. The year where we went 3-13, were we really a top 15 defense? Was that a real top 15 defense? Jonathan Taylor said 2000. JTA, man, we need to get you on the show, man. You said 2008? I don't know, man. 2008, man. I think it's been longer than that, in my opinion. Let's see. 2010, but the offense was terrible, so teams would just run the ball. See, that's part of playing defense, though. We got to stop the run, and that's why Patrick Graham is getting like big boys in the middle, because he wants to stop the run. At the end of the day, he wants to stop the run so he can set up his pass rushers, because he knows he has pass rushers. He knows he has Max Crosby on the edge. He knows he has, Jones on the other side. So he's trying to set up that 3rd and long situation. In order to set up that 3rd and long situation, you got to stop the run. So that's why he's getting these big. This is his philosophy, and it's a lot of teams. The teams want to get you in 3rd and long so they could sack you and force turnovers. Yep. Linnell, that's what I was thinking when Willie Shaw was DC. That's way back. Oh, you're taking it way back right there. They don't know nothing about that. Let's see. Our offense was trash. Yes, it was. It was trash, but it's not anymore. All right, peace out, OG Fabian. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Let's see. JT says, I know the year Stu was safety, they were top 15. You might be right. I'm not gonna lie. You might be right. But that's a long time, brother. That's my point. That's a long time to not have a good defense, man. You're not gonna win like that.
Yeah.
J.A. Raider says, what up, Farrell? What up, problem was good, man. Appreciate you stopping by. And then Mo Deasy says, that's what I think happened with the Broncos last year. Their offense was so terrible that no one had time to take risks. That's true. They didn't have a QB. We have Drew Lock at quarterback. It was almost like I circled the Denver games. I circled Denver, was like, oh, this is a W right here. Because I knew Drew Lock wasn't going to do shit. And much respect to Teddy Bridgewater, I'm not scared of him too. Like he's a backup quarterback at this point. So, but they're going to be a problem this year with Russell Wilson for sure. No doubt about it. White Taste, for real, that's deep, bro. Still about 50 years old now. Fair NFL problem. What free agent do you guys want to sign this week? Hey, man, we're going to get into that. That's a good question. But I want to get into this article, man. I've been talking, which I don't mind, but let me get into this article. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let's share screen.
I kind of hope, man, this year we if we're gonna give up yardage, man, I want us to at least be good in the red zone on defense and create turnovers on defense. At the very least, those two things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you do that, you give you give up 3 points, not 7, and you give up. I mean, you create turnovers, you get more chance to score. That would be great, man.
Yeah. And y'all see the I'm seeing right now. Y'all seen the article?
Yeah. Yep, I see it.
Okay, if y'all don't know, Peter King had an article earlier this week. I think it was yesterday. He dropped it yesterday, and he was pretty much breaking down the deal and how it went down. It was a good article to me. Like, he broke down the whole how everything went down, how Dave Z and McDaniels kind of came together and was like, we need to get Davante Adams on the Raiders. Y'all should check it out. But I'm just gonna like point out a couple of things. I don't want to go through the whole article. Y'all have to do that on your own time. But can y'all see it? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool.
Let us know if we got to zoom in, chat. It might be a little bit zoomed out for them.
Okay. See, I can't even zoom, but I'll just read this shit real quick. So Davante Adams' deal says late in free agency prep process about 12 days ago, Raiders coach Josh McDaniels and GM Dave Ziegler looked at Davante Adams' tape independently, which I love, man. Like, they're both doing their due diligence. When McDaniels and Ziegler met to discuss what they seen, they agreed he was an incredible prize. Great start and stop ability to create separation, big and thick pause, but excellent short area quickness, runs through defenders, excellent hand strength, dictates leverage, and premier talent. So they already knew from the get-go. They were like, hey, after reviewing tape, they're like, this is the guy to go after. And then so they go on to say this. I thought that was very, very interesting. So they contacted the Packers. And it says here, Ziegler didn't know what to expect, but called Packers GM Brian Gutekunst, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, last Sunday, 8 days ago. Over the next 3 days, they talked 6 or 7 times. Late in the process, became clear it would take a first-round pick and a second rounder to pry Adams away. While Ziegler was willing to give Vegas first in 2022, a second in 23, he didn't want to denude his draft this year by giving both picks in 2022. So I wanted to highlight that part right here. I wanted to highlight this part right here. Look, while Ziegler was willing to give the first in 2022 and the second in 2023, he didn't want to denude his draft his draft this year by giving both picks in 2022. And that tells me that he wanted to stay, and he wanted a high draft pick. He know that there's a lot of good players in this draft, and he wants to be at least in that second round. You know, and I just wanted to highlight that real quick. And y'all check out this article. I mean, he goes into detail. He breaks down like pretty much the Jones signing, how they came about it. It's a really good detailed article. It has a lot of insight. But I just wanted to get into that. I don't want to take too long talking about it. But the thing is the way I look at it is like, if he wants to get into that second round, that means someone's going to get traded by the Raiders. They're looking to trade somebody on this roster. If he really wants to get that in his mind, eventually they figured out like, hey, look, we're gonna get Davante Adams because he was available, but also, you know, we also want to get back into that second round. So they obviously the rest is history. We got Davante Adams, but now what? Now you're looking at getting Gilmore, but who's the odd man out in the cornerback room? Are we going to trade Mullen? And I talked about this in other lives and stuff like that, but I want to hear your thoughts, man. What do you think about that? You see where I'm going with this, chat?
Yeah.
Let me know what I'm Raider Payton, man. You're hella funny. Well, go ahead, problem.
No, I mean that's pretty interesting. Because it does sound like he would want to get back into that second. You know, and whether that's trading a player or trading some picks going forward. I mean, I'd be with it regardless. Whether we trade, I mean, I like Mullen. I know he a lot of people say a lot of things about him, which he kind of deserves it. But also the fact that the coaching wasn't there, the fact that he wasn't really healthy last year. You know, there's a side of me that wants to give him the benefit of the doubt. But if they choose to trade him, it ain't going to be the end of the world for me. And then, you know, if you look at other options on our team, you know, who else could we trade? You know, I wouldn't want to trade Jacobs this year. I wouldn't. So I don't know. Like I would trade. I would rather trade some picks, to try to creep back up to the second round because we need a
Can you get a
D
second
tackle.
round pick for Josh Jacobs? Is that even?
No,
He's on his
no.
last year of his deal. So obviously, if a team trades for him, they're probably going to want to sign him to a longer term contract. But do you want to sign a long term deal with a running back that's proven that he gets hurt every year?
No.
I don't know about that one. But Mullen, looking into it, he was only hurt last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before that, he balled out. But last year was hurt. But a new regime is coming in. They have no attachment to the players on the roster. So they're picking and choosing who they want to stay, who they want to go. You know what I mean? And Raider Nation says Dave Z says he said Dave Z was fighting hard to keep that second round pick. Facts. You know what I mean? This dude, he is a cheap bastard. He wants shit on his terms. And that's what I love, man. That means that we're not going to get screwed on these deals. Came back the next day and said, F it, love Dave Z's a boss. Facts. AJ Simpson said Dave Z can make his first pick at 32 after he win the Super Bowl next year. Facts, man. Hell yeah, man. I hope so. Latest update currently, we have 14.6 cap space. Extend Derek Carr, additional 19.8. Extend Renfro, that's additional 2.6. Gives you 37 million to play within on June 1st. Hey, man, they're probably looking into that as well. They're looking at like how they can maneuver around with the cap space that they have now. But I think that cap space doesn't come available, like you said, it's until June. So they're going to have to finesse their way into making deals work. And hey, shout out to Darth Prime. I seen you earlier, man. You said Darth Raider Prime. I appreciate it. We got to get you on the channel, man. Really funny guy, man. Go ahead and support that brother too. He's in Raider Nation. He's a big Raider fan. He got his own channel as well. Support and subscribe to him as well. And let me get back into the chat right here. Okay. What players could we trade that are worth a second round pick? And that's what we're thinking about.
Yeah.
How would they get that second round pick?
I don't think Mullen's going to be. He don't have that much trade value, in my opinion. So I think you got to kind of use one of those 5th round picks, and maybe a future pick, and then maybe give up Abrams. And I don't think Abrams has that much value either. But if you're going to ask me who would I rather have, I'd rather keep Mullen over Abram. Just because Abram don't really have a role with us, you know? Like, it's kind of hard. I mean, I could see Abram, unless something drastic happens, he could be out of the league in 2 years, man. Because he's not a safety. He's not a linebacker. What is this guy,
That's
it's
true.
kind of tough.
I mean, he's going to have to figure that out. He's going to have to figure out his skill set because the NFL they're ruthless, man. The average career in the NFL is like, what, 3 years?
3 years, man.
3 years, man. So, like, people come and go left and right. So, if you don't fit a skill set, if you don't, because he's talented. Like, in some ways, I see the talent on the field, but it's like today's NFL, like, you got to cover at the end of the day. So, it's like, man, in this defense, I think he's more suited to play linebacker or that Jabril Peppers role possibly. But if he's asked to play coverage, do you really trust Abrams to cover a tight end or even a running back? I don't even have confidence in guarding a running back, to be honest with you. But hey, man, we just talking shit. They'll figure it out. That's why they get paid the big bucks. Linnell says Perriman with the 5th can get you back into this rounds. Hey, Perriman, that might be a trade bait. I know Raider fans, we like him as a player. He was a Pro Bowl player last year, but he doesn't fit this defense. He's not a Patrick Graham guy. So you think someone will be willing to take the bait on Perriman? Perriman with the 5th to get back in the 2nd?
I'll say this. If I got offered that deal, I'm taking it. Not only because he doesn't fit the scheme, but because he's gone next year. We would have to re-sign him, right? So if we can get a 2nd round pick, grab a D tackle or a linebacker, and you with your 3rd round pick, D tackle, linebacker, whatever, safety, I would be willing to do it because that's 2 starters.
And that leads me to my I'm gonna get into this in a little bit. Let me get back into the chat. And Linnell, he says it right here. He says Perriman's not a good fit in his defense. Facts. So that's a trade. That's a trade possibility right there. And I just read something from Peter King that outlined how they came about and they made the Davante Adams trade happen. And Dave Z did not want to give up that 2nd this year. He wanted to give up the 2nd next year. because he wanted to keep a high pick in a draft full of good players. You know what I mean? So that tells you that he's thinking about the draft. He's thinking about like, hey, I want a second round pick, let alone a first round pick. I don't think we're gonna get a first round pick. That's why I keep emphasizing the second round, because I feel like that's actually realistic. Cool Kev says Mullen will be looking for a bag and his numbers don't justify it. Possibly, yeah. I mean, if he balls out this season, wouldn't you give him a bag? If you're the Raiders,
I think he going into next year, he's probably gonna have a good season and a half worth of tape that's worthy of getting a big bag. I don't think he deserves the bag like that, though. You know, you gotta have consistency in the NFL. If you don't have consistency, you're not gonna get paid unless the team is like the Jaguars or one of these teams is desperate, like they always are. So it could happen.
We can all agree that Mullen, from what he's shown us, he's a number 2 corner. He's a talented corner. He's a number 2 corner, but at the end of the day, like if he has a big year and we got like multiple cornerbacks on 1-year deals, someone needs to get paid. Is it going to be right? Is it going to be Lakia Sin City? Is it going to be him?
I think he's going to get paid.
He's going to get paid. We'll see.
If he's balling out halfway through the year, he'll probably get an extension.
I think it's an open competition right now. I feel like they got a lot of competition at secondary. We'll see and they're really trying to go after Gilmore, and we'll see what happens with that. When we get back into the chat, Dark Atheist, it was tough losing the talent player in the second round, but it's worth it. This team needs to lead the weapon. Facts, 100%. Bernard, man, I appreciate you stopping by, brother.
Salute.
All right, let's see. Austin said Abrams could be on the block too, possibly. But what would you get for Abrams? You know what I mean? What would you get from him? I don't know if he might stay with us.
5th.
AJ Simpson trade Perriman for picks. I like that. Linnell pointed that one. I like that. That one was a good one because he doesn't fit, but he's still a talented player. He still can play good in the right defense. In this defense, I think they're looking for bigger linebackers that can play coverage, and Perriman doesn't fit that skill set. You know, Coach Dante, appreciate you stopping by, brother.
What up, Dante?
Bernard said, I think if we give Gilmore, we keep Mullen. Cornerback depth is something we struggled with last season. Why not just keep 5 capable cornerbacks? That is true.
We're going to need them.
That is true, man. You're in a division where you got quarterbacks. You got quarterbacks like every damn like 6 games where you're playing like top 5, top 10 quarterbacks.
Jesus.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Alex Cortez, man, appreciate you coming by, man. Who do you see being a third wide receiver? Edwards? Technically, the third receiver is a slot receiver, right? So that would be Renfro. But if you're saying like
I guess our third most used guy.
Yeah, I mean Edwards is the guy. Edwards is the guy, man. You know, he's one of those tough players. Like, it's hard to like judge because at the end of the day, like, what has he really shown you in the 2 years he's been in the league? You know, he hasn't really shown you too much, honestly, on the football field.
Yeah. I would say the first 4 weeks, I think we were starting to see him level up his game when we had all our pieces in play. Sir, he had over 200 yards, almost 300 yards the first 4 games. He was doing good, but once they put him in that role he couldn't handle, it went downhill.
Yeah, Edwards is one of those guys. He needs to step up. He needs to show up. The fortunate thing for him, he's on a rookie deal, so like I think that's going to help him stay on the roster because he's cheap. He's cheap. He's still got a lot of talent. You know what I mean? But it just needs to be unlocked. Hopefully, the coaching staff can do that. This new coaching staff. And then Tassi says a player plus a future pick. I get you. It's possible. But what player though? That's the right player. And I think Linnell said Perriman. I could see that happening as well. It just has to be the right team that's desperate for a linebacker. Raider 530, man. Appreciate you coming by, brother. Edwards at number 3 for sure. He's gonna learn so much from Adams. Oh, hey, man. Hey, that's a good point. Good point. When you have greatness in Adams, a leader, because that's the vibes I got from him in the press conference. One of the things I seen a clip of him. He was talking. He was like, they're showing him his jersey, and he was like, man, this jersey's nice, man. I gotta get a C on it though. I gotta get a C on it. That, you know, that tells you that he's trying to be a leader, man. Like, and that's the vibes that you get from him when he talks and when he presents himself. it's not an Antonio Brown. It's not one of those like high diva receivers. It's a guy that like, you know what I mean, like that's respected in the locker room, and I feel like be really good for our receiver room. Huge upgrade. Lonnie in the building, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Peter Payton says Colts Perriman in a second. Maybe. You think Colts will pull the trigger? I think are they down bad at linebacker? I think they
got Darius Leonard.
You know what I'm saying? Do they really want a middle linebacker in Perriman for a second? Gus Bradley might do it though. Gus Bradley might be like, he might be on his knees like,
yeah, give me two. I need another one.
Trade Perriman and Meek Robinson. I think Meek Robinson people will trade. I think he might get cut.
There's no value for him.
Yeah, it's just Mike G. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. Severe Raider, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Abram is a box safety in a big nickel defense. If he can't fit in this defense, there aren't many places he can go. He's the okay. Good point.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm definitely kind of curious to see how Patrick Graham fits Abram. That's like one of the question marks on the defense. It's like, where does Abram fit? He definitely does his job in that box. Like he's an enforcer for sure. It's just coverage. Anything past like 5 to 10 yards, it's like you're holding your breath when the pass is in the air. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then Alan says, man, appreciate you coming by. Alan, what position player you think Z is looking at in the second that he wants? It really depends. It's a lot of receivers in this draft, but obviously we have addressed the receiver position. But that being said, I still feel like we can benefit from a speedy wide receiver option in the draft. There's a lot of receivers in this draft and a lot of fast receivers too. I know a lot of people are like, oh, we got Demarcus Robinson. He's not the answer. He could get cut in training camp. He literally can get cut in training camp. The only people that's untouchable in the receiver core, to me, to be honest with you, are Adams and Renfro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like training camp, a lot of like you guys got to remember, like all these players that's getting picked up right now, they're just competition. And some of these players are not going to last through training camp. Some of these players are going to get cut. I'm sorry, but Abram can cover if his can't. I think you said can't cover if his life depended on it, man. I'm with you, brother. Man. I don't know about Abram. We don't have no one to replace Perriman, though. That is true. Maybe that's who we can get in the second is his replacement. I don't know, man. We got to see. Free agency ain't over. We got to see what the final pickups in free agency are, because there's some veterans that I see that are connected to the Raiders, like a guy like Van Noy. Is Hightower still? I don't know if Hightower is still available. There's still some veterans that they can still add.
Yeah,
and that's a good argument though. Like we're thin at linebacker and we're trading away a linebacker. It's kind of tough. All right, and Sean Johnson says Amik Robinson, Jonathan Abrams, Cleveland Farrell, Trayvon Mullen, Josh Jackson. Oh, Josh, I don't. Hey, his brother is that his brother? Is that Michael Jackson's brother?
Shit.
Perryman, Kenyon Drake are more realistic trade. Maybe because that running back room is kind of full. Not gonna lie, you got a lot of running backs on the roster. But let's see. But how you feeling, man? Like, what moves do you see coming? What are the next moves?
We got to get a linebacker in free agency, man. Lorenzo Carter, he played under Patrick Graham. He could cover and he could play the pass, and he could rush. I think he had 5 sacks last year.
Which guy are you talking about?
Lorenzo Carter.
He's still available.
He's still available, and he's Patrick Graham's guy. I think there's tiers. There's I don't know if the right word is tiers, but in free agency, you got your first wave, second wave, third wave. And then in that third wave that's what we're approaching right now. Yeah. And that's where you're going to start seeing more guys fill the roster, because you still got to have, what's the roster count? You got to have like 90 dudes, and then you cut 40 of them, right?
Yeah, you got to get down to 53 by game day. So,
yeah. So they're going to we got to get another starting caliber linebacker. I think Carter could be that guy.
Sure. Hey, before I get on to talking Raider football, which I love to do, I got to make a public service announcement. Hey, there's 70 people in the chat room. please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's simple, man. Just go there and just like the video. I gotta come up with a slogan too, because like and subscribe. Subscribe. It sounds too plain, and I see all these other guys got like their own little sayings. So I gotta come up with some new ones, some new sayings. You guys can give me some inspiration. I'll definitely run with it. But please make sure to like and subscribe. And my boy Problem TV, he's another new Raider content creator. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. My mods, where y'all at, man? Start posting these links for me if you can. I really appreciate it to make it easy on the chat. And then let's go back to the chat. So Lonnie says what's wild is we gave up our pick 53 and Davante was 53rd. Man, ain't that crazy? That's how life works.
Damn.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Perriman will get exposed in the crossing routes. Yeah. No, he definitely struggles in coverage. That's the one thing. But man, he's an enforcer though. Man, every time he came up to hit someone, he just smacked them like it was just like the thing to do. Yeah. Dark Atheist says if Z can manage to get a third round for Perriman from the Colts, that'd be great. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take, man. But the thing is, would you do that? Would you do that trade for a third round? Let me ask you that question.
Would I trade Perriman for a third round?
For a third round pick.
I mean, see, if you look deeper into it, I would use if I had 2 third-round picks, I'd move up. I would use the 5th and use one of the thirds, move up to the 2nd at that point. You know what I mean? So if that would work out in the end, then I would do it. We are thin at linebacker.
So that makes you kind of like second guess. But, Patrick Graham and company are going to have they're going to have a plan. They're going to know what players to get, how they're going to get them. And Hefe KC, man, the Chiefs fan, he's always in the Raider chat rooms. Appreciate you stopping by, man. And fuck the Chiefs.
I know people are saying we're thin at linebacker, but this free agency ain't over. Like there's Van Noy's out there, Carter's out there. There's guys out there. Wagner. I mean, you can pick up a starter that could do what Perriman did easily. There's guys out there who could do that.
Yes, sir. Exo Sound says, what's good, Farrell? Problem. You think Tyron Johnson gets a big role in this offense? No. I'll be honest with you. I've been a Raider fan for a long time, man. I used to do this all the time. I'd be like, man, you think this player, this no-name player that's really fast and really this and that and a third, he's going to make a big impact? Realistically speaking, no. If he does, I'll be, it's a welcome surprise. But at the end of the day, Tyron Johnson, he's played on multiple teams for a reason. And, at this point, he's a depth piece. If he can contribute, if he could be a kick returner, if he could be a good kick returner, I'll be happy with that. But if he can be a deep threat, oh, that's a huge plus. But anything more than that, I just don't see it, man. But I do see the speed. And when he's on the field, when I see him with the ball in his hands, he is really fast. And we got Narmish Thrash. I think I pronounced that correctly. I know you was telling me how to pronounce it last time. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. 10 Gang said, appreciate you coming by, bro. There are lots of good O linemen in the later rounds. Washington State O tackle Abraham Lucas, Arizona State O tackle Kellen Deesh, Central Michigan offensive guard Luke Godik. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I think Kellen Deesh. Shout out to Dirty. He was talking about this guy. He was really interested in seeing if the Raiders can go get him. Hey man, I'm all for it. We need a right tackle. We got to open in there. Even though we signed Brandon Parker and Illuminor, they're definitely not the answer in my eyes. They're just the stopgap options just in case, worst case scenario, we don't have anybody. At least we have some guys that we know, we recognize. But that's about it, man. We definitely need to upgrade that position, but we'll see, man. We'll see how they go about it. There's a lot of good players in the draft. Raiders, facts. Raiders. Let's see. Severe Raider has something to say. He says part of the reason that Ziegler wants a second round pick is the fact that this is the first draft as a GM of the Las Vegas Raiders. With the draft in Las Vegas, he doesn't have a pick until day 3. That is 100% true. And let me throw this question out the chat. When's the last time we haven't had a first round pick? When was the last time? Who was the GM? I know the answer, by the way. So I'm just throwing it back at y'all Lonnie, appreciate you. Thank you. Now I want to keep Perriman. You know the answer?
I know it's not McKenzie, right? Right before him, it's
No,
McKenzie.
it's McKenzie. It's McKenzie.
Was it his first year or second year?
It was his first year because if you remember, Carson Palmer got traded.
Yeah. Oh wait,
to
Hugh Jackson made that trade though, no?
Yes, sir.
And then so when he came, he inherited that draft class, huh?
Because Hugh Jackson was the head coach, and then McKenzie came in. He fired Hugh Jackson, and then obviously McKenzie, man. As much as people kind of hate on him, like he was handed a rough, like deal with the Raiders as far as like he had to clean up all that cap space, and then on top of that, his first draft was a 3rd round pick. It was just like, there's no way of winning like in that situation. But he fixed the cap space, and he had a crazy 2014 draft. But then there were some other things that I didn't like as well. But forget him, man. We don't got McKenzie no more. We got Dave Z. Who cares about him?
Yeah.
All right. So Austin Martinez says Ziegler stated in his opening presser that he wanted to create competition at every position because he believes it brings out the best in people. He's doing exactly that. 100% true facts, man. You're stating the truth. That is the truth right there. And we're seeing it. That's why we're picking up so many D tackles. That's why we signed the right tackles. We're going to add. The offseason is not done. That's why when Davante Adams got signed, I automatically was like, we're Super Bowl contenders because it was too early in the offseason. There's so many moves left to make. So that's why I'm like, man, like I'm just thinking about the possibilities. White Tyson says maybe just send the second from 2023, a late pick this year, and move up in the second this year. How do you feel about that, bro?
You're sending that second from 2023, a late pick this year. I mean, it's not a bad idea because you can always do things later on and recoup that pick, Whereas right now we have 1 month to make this happen, where there's less avenues to make it happen. But if you do this, you got a whole year to kind of move things around, trade back, do what you got to do to get it back. So it wouldn't be a bad idea if they went that route.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of like trading a second. It's just like, come on, it's not. I rather figure out a way to like package a player and maybe a later round pick. But like, who's to say why don't we just keep that second round pick next year? I mean, unless they feel like they feel like, hey, this is the year to actually grab a player. Next year's draft is not a guarantee. I could see that going about. But the one thing we know is that Dave Z is going to make aggressive, calculated risks. That's what he does. Every move that he's done has been aggressive, but at the same time, it's very calculative. Like he'll make an aggressive move, but he'll save on cap space. He'll make an aggressive move, and he'll get like the contract will be unbelievable. Like what was Davante Adams' first year cap hit? Wasn't it like $8 million? Something crazy like that? Ain't that crazy?
That's insane, bro. None of us thought that would happen.
Yeah. Cool. Kev says Mullen used to 1 and 2. Now he's a 3 and 4. I don't want to say that. I don't know about that. Keep Mullen. Why would you get rid of a man cunner when you got a running a man scheme? Rock and Mullen will be good. Yeah, that's true.
Bro, this is the thing people don't realize about Mullen. Some of us get mad at him because we're Raider fans and we're hard on these players all the time. You know what I'm saying? But he has just as much talent as Rocky Sin. They're both second rounders, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Hefe KC says Mahomes' best receiver group is this year, and your cornerbacks better be good. You know what?
It's not true.
Well, because they added Juju Smith.
Juju's.
Well,
I'm not a believer.
One thing I like the signing. I know a lot of people are like, we don't give a fuck with Juju. I'm not scared of Juju. It's just that the fact that he fits in so well in that receiver group because there's speed everywhere. And who's usually the underneath guy? It's the tight end, right? Kelsey. So
yeah,
you know what I mean? You get where I'm going with this? So my point is that he needs another guy, and they got another guy that can win underneath in Juju Smith Jr. I felt like it was a good pickup. But yeah, we definitely need all the cornerback help that we can get because we got a lot of cornerbacks that we got to face.
And your corners better be good too, Hefe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, who y'all got?
Let's talk about it.
Y'all lost Ward to the Niners, so y'all suck. So back there, I don't know who did they use to. They lost. Matthew ain't coming back. I know Justin Reed is a solid safety, but like the cornerback group out there, I don't know if you should be too confident talking shit right now because Adams is going to work.
Yeah.
I'm about to say Avery Keko. Yeah, I got you. Great minds think alike, man. I got you. Maybe Adams can show Edwards some stuff. Facts. Edwards better start learning from Adams. Hey, man. Yes, sir. Vanell says this put up or shut up for Edwards, man. 100%, man. I think this will be his 3rd year in his 4-year rookie contract. So he got a couple years left. Lonnie showing some love, some support. I appreciate you posting that. Go ahead and subscribe to my boy Problem. Jolly Rancher says Edwards steps up late in the game. He did that early in the season, but he disappeared. And I don't want to go hard on Edwards because I don't think he's a bad player. I think that him losing his good friend in Henry Ruggs might have affected him. It could be a lot of different factors why he kind of was inconsistent last year, and the fact that at the end of the day, like, Olsen's not a good OC, so he's gonna make players on offense look worse than they are. You know what I mean? Pharaoh Raider, I really hope your channel blows up. Hey, man, Joseph, man, I appreciate you so much. I hope so too, and it will. I just got to be consistent. Thanks. I'm gonna keep coming back every week with some Raider news, rumors, whatever. We're gonna talk some shit all the time. Cool Kev says Hollins number 4, Edwards number 5. Oh shit, damn, Cool Kev with the hot take. You going hard on Edwards? You like, this dude is ass. He's barely hanging on for dear life. All right, Joseph. So, do you believe there's rumors about Raiders interested in OBJ? I believe it when I see it, because if you think about it, OBJ, he tore his ACL, right? So he tore his ACL. Yeah. When is he going to be ready?
He probably missed the first month of the year. First 4 weeks gone.
Man, because he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl. So what's the recovery time? I don't know if the chat can help me out. Like I
think it's 9 months.
Like it's gonna go into like the beginning of the season. So what kind of contract is he gonna get from us? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But OBJ is the type of player that I would get, but I would still get a receiver in the draft. If that makes sense. Like, because you can't count on OBJ. Like, it is what it is. He's a talented player, but like injuries have caught up to him a little bit. Like it's becoming a yearly thing now. White Tyson he said, "Yo, Tyron Johnson, I'm gonna need that number 17 little bro." That's funny. That's facts. That's hella funny because he was wearing number 17. That's funny. Hey, a part of me wanted him to wear number 15. I'm not gonna lie. Number 15 would have been nice on Davante Adams too. Joseph says, didn't realize I wasn't subscribed. Fix that now. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate the support. Everybody from Raider Nation, I really appreciate it. Jolly Rancher says, would you trade Jacobs? Depending on what it is for. If it's for like a 3rd rounder, would you do a problem for a 3rd rounder?
Nah, man.
Just let him play out his contract.
1 more year, bro.
Fuck it.
1 more year, man. You gotta let's give him the benefit of the doubt, man. Our line was trashed last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he had a decent line, he number 2 in broken tackles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The man can ball out.
Yeah. Nah, I hear you. And I'm kind of the same way too. But if someone said 2nd round,
that's different.
Hey, I'll perk up a little bit. Like, hey,
especially if it's a higher.
Trying to make that deal. Let's make that deal as soon as possible. Let's see. Joseph says, okay, what are our chances Mullen make the final? He's gonna make it. He fits this defense. If he were to stay on the team, he's definitely gonna be a starting corner. But if we get a Gilmore, it makes things interesting. I don't know. That's tough. Do you think we signed Tyrann Mathieu? Hey, man, if there's a chance, because at the end of the day, Patrick Graham, he needs another free safety in that defense. And guess what? Matthews is the best free safety on the market. So it makes sense to actually, bring him in. But the only thing is for the right price. Are you willing to pay that much money? We got a lot of different needs that we need to address before free agency is over. So I don't know if Matthew would come in. Maybe Matthews might come and just one last fuck you to the Chiefs. You never know. But Linnell says Abram plays the best when he's moving forward. I see him playing the Peppers role in this defense. Hey, I'm with you. As long as he doesn't have a huge coverage responsibility, I am with you. Joey Boy Raider, man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Joey?
What's good? I mean, I'm kind of a little behind in the chat, so I'm going through all these messages here. You also got to think he's going to want a top 15 second pick, if not just stay in the 3rd. Top 15 second pick. Who are you referring to?
He's talking about Ziegler, that he's gonna
Ziegler?
want high second round pick.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because it might not be worth it on the back end of the second if you got to give
that's
up
true.
too much.
That's true. That's true. Because let's be honest, Jacobs is a good player. It's just that we're kind of bitter that he was taken in the first round. Let's be honest, Raider fans, we're bitter that this man was taken in the first round, and he can't run. He can't give you like a nice 50-yard touchdown every once in a while. Like this motherfucker,
Yeah.
he's a good back, but it's just like, damn, like first round, you would think that this guy could take it to the house every now and then. God damn.
When you draft a guy in the first round like that, you gotta outplay expectations. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be a home run.
Darth Raider Prime, man. Once again, hey, look, man, I'm with you, man. He got to step up. He got to step up, or he's gonna be gone. Easy. He's not gonna stay here long for sure. We'll be fine. I'm sure Ziegler and Champ know what's up, and they've earned my trust. Hey, how much they've earned my trust? Literally, when they got hired, I'll tell you right now. Like when McDaniels first got hired, like at first, I'm like, damn, we got a Patriots head coach. Patriots is then after a while, when it starts sinking in, I start looking up like, damn, this dude's resume is top notch. He's one of the best offensive minds. So I kind of was warming up to it. And then Dave Z was kind of the unknown guy. But as soon as I looked into Dave Z and his resume, like he actually was a great pickup. Great pickup by Mark Davis. Mark Davis right now, he's like the MVP right now, the offseason, just because he made the right choices in getting McDaniels and getting Dave Z and having a little bit of like honesty. He kept it real. Like he needed synergy and it's funny in that press conference when they introduced Dave Z and McDaniels and he was bringing up synergy. What did that tell you about Mayock and Gruden? Problem?
What was that? My bad. My internet fucking went out.
No, what I was saying was that like, what did that tell you about, when Mark Davis, right?
Oh, that he's a yes man. He's a yes man.
So no, it's the thing about the thing. What I'm saying is that Mark Davis, he kept bringing up the fact that there needs to be synergy because the fact that Mike Mayock and Gruden were butting heads. Right, you know what I mean? They were going at it. There wasn't no synergy. Why are you making an effort to tell us, the fans, the media, like, I'm glad. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, you're going out your way to point that out. So that tells me that, hey, look, at the end of the day, like.
Yeah, he kind of slipped that in there, huh?
What happened before, it wasn't running smoothly. So I got to correct this mistake and make sure I get guys that work well together, that know each other, that got synergy. So that tells me right there that Mike Mayock and Gruden, it wasn't a pleasant ride. Like they were going back and forth. They were going back and forth because
I feel like Gruden didn't let him do his job. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mayock, he didn't let him do his job.
Linnell, I'm with you, but is it gonna happen? Is he gonna be like, does he want to win a ring with the silver and black? Does he want to win a ring? That's you gotta ask. He has to answer that question. Can't trade Drake. Yeah, he's fucked up right now. He's hurt, so there's no point. Yo, what's good, Pyro, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Alex, man, what's going on? Carter went to the Falcons. Hey, man, Carter always spitting facts. I believe him. Lorenzo Carter did go to the Falcons. Okay. Wagner and Honey Badger. Man, if that happens, man, that takes our defense to a whole different level, especially talent-wise. We're going to get one more big name. I hope so. We need the talent. Raiders 805 says, Honey Badger, I'm with you. And we traded for DA on the 17th, and he wears the 7th. Hey, man. Lonnie, you and Lonnie are really paying attention to these numbers. That's crazy.
For real.
That's a crazy ass. Like, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice
none of that.
Austin Martinez, it doesn't matter what you get for these guys because you're just going to package whatever it is with even more picks to move up just to get what you can. Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. So, Lonnie has a question. What's our biggest need right now? Right tackle. Problem. You're next.
A Super Bowl win. Nah, man. Man, I don't know, man. I'll just say right tackle too, or left guard, one of those motherfucking positions. Because as long as Carr is protected, I don't give a shit what happens on defense. To be real.
Okay, since you said right tackle, then I'll say safety. Then I'll throw in safety. We need a coverage safety. We need someone right next to Moritz.
I mean, man, our defense is gonna play how it's gonna play, man. We're gonna win games because of our offense. I think.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like create turnovers, just get some red zone stops. You know what I mean? It don't got to be the prettiest.
Yes, sir. Power. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey, man. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Please subscribe, man. I'm a new Raider content creator. I'm trying to keep coming back with better content. And hey, everything is gonna go back to the channel. Every time you like the channel, every time you subscribe, it's gonna make me come back even more with better stuff, better graphics, better everything. Everything you see will improve. Trust me, trust me. So make sure you subscribe and like the video. And then my man Problem also is a new Raider content creator. We gotta support Raider Nation brothers like him. And if my mods can help me out and post the links, that very much appreciated. And
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
got
And
Muazi says, how are you feeling about signing Robinson? Problem, go answer that question for me, please.
I feel about signing Robinson.
Marcus Robinson.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, maybe he can give us some insight on the Chiefs. You know, tell us if Mahomes' secrets in practice. You know what I'm saying? Give us some breakdown on that. But I just don't see him making a big impact over here. You know what I mean? He's gonna be down the depth chart. So I mean, if he can give us some like 30 receptions, 4 TDs as a number 4 or 5 guy, I'll take it.
He's literally a backup option, meaning like he's gonna be a backup. He's a number 4 or 5 receiver, and then also he could be cut at training camp. He's just protecting just in case we get into the draft, and then some players that we like fall, and we don't address the receiver position. Then maybe it makes sense for him to hang around a little bit on the roster, just to fill a roster spot at the receiver position. But if we get a receiver in the draft, and one of the, Tyron Johnson outplays him, he's not one of those guys that make or break our roster. He's just like, I'm not like huge on him, but I'm not mad at it too. It's a smart signing. It's a smart signing. And we got SC Experience, another Raider content creator.
Yo.
Stack them up for my boy Farrell. Hey man, we don't use that term out here. Hey, we gotta come up with a I gotta come up with my own shit, man, because you got SC with stack them up, you got Docs with wipe your feet, and then you got Wasted with pay that tab. You know what I mean? I gotta come up with something smooth, man. The Raider Nation, man, everybody in the chat, man, if you have any ideas, please let a brother know. And then we got Bernard Jr. says Carr just signed with the Falcons. Okay.
Did that just happen like in the last 10 minutes or what?
It might have.
God damn.
Yeah. It's all good. Hopefully. Hey, man, that was a guy I wanted early on, but I'm not sure if it's going to be possible at this point because Giants are literally hanging on for dear life for him. So they're being real stubborn about him. So I don't know. In Ziegler, we trust. Yeah, that should be a T-shirt, and you should be wearing it, brother. In Ziegler, we trust. But facts. To be honest, I think Graham maybe be able to salvage Amik Robertson. He's roughly the same size as Darnell Holmes, who played a lot for the Giants last year. And Amik Robinson plays man-to-man. That's his skill set. He didn't even actually fit Gus Bradley's system. You know what I mean? He did what he had to do to stay on the roster last year, but the thing about Amik Robinson that it concerned me is his size, man. He's size short. Is like
too short.
Man, they attack him too. They're like teams attack his ass. So if you're gonna be that size, your coverage skills gotta be unbelievable. You gotta be a playmaker.
And the thing that happened with him is that he's a slot corner. You know what I mean? And we drafted Nate Hobbs. He just took over the job. You know what I'm saying? So kind of he's not really needed.
Yes, sir. And Tassi right now. Tassi's making a public service announcement. Tassi Siasi says big news coming tomorrow, going to speak it into existence. Everybody should be saying this before you go to bed. Yeah. Y'all knock out before you whatever. Just say this to yourself, so we can get Tyrann Mathieu or Gilmore, Bradbury, whoever, Wagner,
Campbell, Wagner.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's coming. And I appreciate you, Lonnie. I really do appreciate you. That's why I made you a mod. And then we got Eric Raiders Haters Hunter. Appreciate you coming by, brother. The assassin couldn't cover either Eric Speedy Hunter from Patterson, New Jersey. Thank you, sir, for that comment. I don't know what the fuck. Hit the tombs. Hey, hit the tombs. That's smooth.
Hit the
Hey,
tomb.
Cool Kev came up with some. Did he come up with Tomb Raiders?
Tomb Raider, I believe so.
Hey, he came
Hey,
up with Tomb Raider. Oh
Cool
man.
Kev. Hey, you ain't dry today, Cool Kev. I'll give you that.
Hey man, Power got a message too. He said subscribe, Problem TV. Facts,
Yeah,
facts.
appreciate that. Hey, and I was gonna throw this idea out there to you, Pharaoh, and the chat and stuff. I mean, maybe we could do something like break down some film on some of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
A guy
That's
like
something that we can
Nichols.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like guys who can make a big impact. You know, I mean, we could do the Adams. We could do. Well, we know Adams. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, we should do that for sure.
For sure. Yeah, we could talk about that behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
We can definitely look into that. The chat, let us know if y'all want us to do that. We can definitely do that for y'all and make sure we could bring you some good, valuable content. And Sauce Nation, I like that. That's a good name. Perryman is in a great contract and has hella potential. I like Perryman, man. He's a hitter. Man. And I'm like, I like the offensive game that we play today because it's fun. It's a lot of high scoring games. But at the end of the day, I do like the physicality of football. And Perryman, he fits that bill. Joseph Duran says, might as well keep him. Who are you referring to? You're referring to Perryman? Yeah, this is a good point. Bernard, linebacker room is thin already. Yeah, so it's going to be a tough trade. So they would have to make some moves in free agency for them to even do that move, honestly. You could trade Denzel. Let's see. You could trade Denzel and sign Wagner. That's a good point. But he's going to cost some money, though. He's definitely going to cost money. Larry Sanderson says, then trade our 2/3 and move up. Damn, I don't know about that one. I don't know. How you feel about that? Our 2/3 to move up to number 2?
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Only way I trade Perriman, D-Buck says, D-Buck, I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Only way I trade Perriman is if we sign Bobby Wagner. Hey man, I think that's a thing right now. Bobby Wagner, I think Raider Nation wants to sign Bobby Wagner. And he would fit this defense. I get it, but it's just the contract. That's going to be the holdup. Like, there's a reason why a lot of these veterans that's still on the market, there's a reason why they're not getting signed is because teams do not want to pay them what they want. So they're going to wait until that value drops. That's what's happening right now. And Raiders till death says, fuck KC, Raiders all day. Hey, man, I'm with you, brother. He just had to get that off his chest. Howard got to get some off his chest. Fuck the Queefs. Hey, he had to get, hey, man. Sometimes you just got to let it out, man. Just let it out. Sauce Nation, let's just hope Abram moves to linebacker. He's not bad at stopping the run. Yep, I'm with you, man. Hey, Abram needs to realize he needs to move to linebacker. Hopefully he realizes that, like, because at the end of the day, this is a big career altering move. Like, if he decides to play safety or he decides to play linebacker, and is he on his last year of his deal? I think Abram's this is last year, right?
It should be.
This is last year.
But he was a first rounder, so they can give him that 5th-year option if they really wanted.
They're not going to give him a 5th-year option. Come on. Are you going to give Abram a 5th-year option?
Unless he just balls out, like, somehow, you know.
And Van Noy is a good coverage linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. So he definitely, and he knows he's from that Patriots, team that a lot of these coaches is coming from. So they know him well. So I can see the fit. Sam's house says Wagner comes to the Raiders and yes, shot Perriman for a draft pick. Oh yeah, for sure, most definitely. That's going to be the next move. If it does happen, I wouldn't be mad at it. When he plays for New England, okay. Hey man, this name right here, Woosify. Appreciate you coming by, bro. It's the first time I seen you in the chat room. In the tune, honey badger tomorrow. I'm feeling it. Hey man, a lot of y'all speaking this honey badger into existence. It's gonna happen. I believe you.
I like that energy. I love the energy.
Yep. Joey Boy Raiders. Ziegler has a plan. GM of the year. Man, I'm not gonna lie.
Imagine, bro. GM of the year. Fuck.
Yo, Pharaoh, hey man, Mr. Marty Mart, man, I appreciate you, bro. And Lonnie over here showing some love. Sub to Problem. Go ahead and do that as soon as possible. Support your Raider Nation, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Joey Boy Raider says OBJ. He might be. Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. It's just the fact that he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you sign a guy that's hurt like that? You know what I mean? When you sign a guy that's hurt, you're kind of like you gotta sign another player on top of him because you can't count on him, right? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
it's not one of those.
There's no expectations on him. There's no, it's all just you hope for the best with him, really.
And let me just make another quick public service announcement. It's about 87 of y'all in here. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe so I can keep coming back with even better quality content. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate that. Now, let's get back to the chat. AJ Simpson, you can get a starting caliber linebacker in the second of this draft, maybe in the third. How you feel about that?
Starting linebacker, maybe. The third, you definitely could. There's definitely going to be some guys. Brian Asamoah. What's that other dude? A couple other guys I can't think of right now. But you definitely could. Could. Troy Anderson out there.
Tim, bro. Hey, we're gonna do it. I don't think we have a lot of time today. We might. Who knows? But we're eventually gonna do a mock draft. I just want to get closer. And then, hey, does it really seem right to do a mock draft and we don't have a first and second pick? You know what I'm saying? It's it's gonna be rough. That's rough.
It's pretty rough. Yeah.
But that might be something we can do in the future for sure, Tim. We will get second-tier linebackers to upgrade the position. Okay. I've heard Gilmore and Matthew are talking to each other about coming to Vegas. If that's true, oh my God, it's over. Fuck who we get. I'm with you. If you don't understand how big an upgrade. We already have some talent. In the secondary. I like the talent. I like Rocket Sin City or Lockya Sin City or you know what I mean, whatever Sin City you want to call him. I like Mullen. Even though he was hurt last year, I still like him in this scheme, that man-to-man bump and run type of coverage. So you add a Gilmore, a true number one, and then also a Matthew. Whew.
Yeah, bro, we're only a couple pieces away from like really, really being, up there as Super Bowl favorite. In my opinion, maybe I'm biased.
Right. And Joseph, man, we touched on this earlier, man. I believe it when I see it. Man. It just seems kind of weird, like to offer a contract and he's still recovering from an ACL, and I don't know, man. His situation is kind of tough, but he's talented. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but it just would be like one of those situations. It depends. It would have to be like the right contract, incentives, that type of deal. Exo Sounds says, I know it's early, but right now, how we stand. Are you guys more excited to see the defense or the offense?
Offense.
But I'm also excited to see the defense. I'm excited to see this whole team. Honestly, I want to see if Patrick Graham, as a defensive coordinator, what does he have to offer the table? What is he going to do on defense? And then you got McDaniels. McDaniels is a guy that excites me. I know we're talking about all the pieces on offense, but McDaniels gets all these pieces to his disposal, I want to see what type of offense he creates, how he play calls. Because how many times have we went when it's third down and short or it's the red zone and we're like, damn, it's field goal. Damn, are we going to get it? Are we going to even get it? You know what I mean? Like, consistently, though. That's the crazy thing. With Gruden, it was consistent. It was very consistent that we would struggle in those areas of the field where McDaniels is going to bring a better – he's going to be – that's his strength. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to see Carr finally get the credit. He deserves the credit he's going to get. Like, when we see him have a great year this year, he's finally going to get all his flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Mr. Marty Mart Farrell, are you coming to Vegas for the draft? Hey, you know what? I'm leaning towards coming, and I definitely want to see Raider Nation. I definitely want to see the chat pull up. I want to put some faces to the chat room. You know what I mean? I want to have a good time because we're gonna be talking shit. Even if I come on the first round, we're gonna be talking shit because we got Davante Adams. That was our first round pick, Davante Adams. So if anybody's gonna pull up in the chat, let me know. But problem, are you going to the draft?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna take my lady out there and shit. Okay. So we're looking at plane tickets. We're just gonna fly, full hour flight. So
yeah, I'm either thinking about driving or taking a flight there because I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of bougie. I might just take my ass on an airplane, even though like fuck it, who cares?
But I ain't even been on a plane before, bro. So I'm like, shit, should I just drive? Should I drive that 5 hours?
You never been on a plane for real?
20, about to be 28, bro. Still haven't been on no plane.
Hey, get your ass on a plane. Get your ass on a
Yeah,
plane.
I should just
bro.
do it just to experience that shit.
Just do it. Just like you doing this YouTube. Just fucking
Yeah.
just go ahead and just get on a plane, get it out your system. There's a huge world out there, man. But Reggie McKenzie. Okay, I think that damn, I'm behind. He said Reggie McKenzie. He's
Sheesh.
answering a question. Hey, you know what? My bad. I'm gonna try to get caught up right now. Ooh, damn. Hey, man, the chat is heavy right now.
Yeah,
all right,
lit, man.
No, okay. Look at no. What is no Chargers fans should be here. Go find a surfboard. Hey man, all fans are welcome as long as y'all keep it respectful. We all good. You know what I mean? I'm not really tripping. But I feel you, Cool Cap. Yeah, we Charger fans. There's only about 2 of them, so at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter. When Chargers fans start talking about rings, though, come on. Hey man, y'all going crazy in the chat. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's get back. Hey, it's 95 people in here, man. This is a record, man. Hey, go ahead and like and subscribe. Please make sure you do that so I can keep coming back with even better content, quality content, and also support my brother Problem, man. He over here, he got his own channel as well. So support this brother.
Yes,
He brings some fire content as well. So check him out.
Appreciate you, brother.
And let's see. So man, I think we're getting close to. Man, it's nice. Man, there's a lot of people in here. Okay, man, I got to get back into the chat real quick. I want to see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. PFF bet has OBJ at 400 at becoming a Raider, but Les Snead said they're working. Earlier, a couple weeks ago, before free agency started, I made a video, top 5 realistic free agency options, and I left OBJ off the list because I thought he was going to go back to the Rams. So it just makes sense that he would go back. And then I also see him tweet something about, Matt Ryan going to the Colts is a fire move. So be on the lookout. The Colts might be an option for him too. Also, Julio Jones might go to the Colts as well. Because, Matt Ryan, they got that chemistry. It's a good fit. They're looking for a receiver. So it makes sense. So, man, the AFC right now, it's a tough.
They still got JT out there too.
You said
right?
JT?
Jonathan Taylor. They still got him out there.
Man, JT is their best player. He's their best player. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, that dude's elite running back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a first round pick. That's a first round, not Josh Jacobs. I'm probably the last man standing on this hill, but I think Clee may turn into a solid player in this scheme. He improved late in his first year and into his second year. The scheme changed. Facts. This last year's scheme with Gus Bradley did not do him any favors. He did not fit in the system. It's not what Gus Bradley wanted in a player. But I can see him playing well with Patrick Graham for some reason. I can see him play well in that 3-4 end position. Maybe if they go into a 4-3, he moves in a D tackle. I can see him playing well.
Yeah. I mean, he just needs the playing time, man, and we'll find out soon,
Jolly Rancher said, I fucking hated checkdowns on third and long. Oh, man. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Third and long, you gotta play chess sometimes. You got to live to play another down. But I feel you. When it's consistent, when it's fucking consistent, it just, it just kills your spirit. Not going to lie. All right, let's see. What we talking about? All right. Look. Clay's a lost cause. Yeah. Hey, but you know what? You know what's so bad? Clay seemed like a good guy. It's just, damn, John Gruden had to pick him 4th overall. Like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Sam's house, Clay whack, get rid of him. I feel you. I mean, but I think he could be solid, bro. I think he'd be a solid role player in this defense. And we'll take all the role players because not everybody is going to be a superstar on the team. You're going to have your superstars, but you got to have your role players too. You know what I'm saying? And Mike, let's see what we got. We got what Tyson says. We got the edges. If we can shore up the back end, the rest of the defense will be elevated by those studs. We don't have to have stars at inside linebacker and D tackle. Facts. And that's pretty much what I was saying not too long ago. I said not everybody is going to be a superstar. There's going to be some you definitely want to have some big time players but then you also want to have some role players that can fit in with the players that you have as superstars as well. But let's see what this guy right here. Raider takeover to the last person Russell wants to see in his division is Bobby Wagner. Last person that Russell Wilson wants to see is Chandler Jones. I don't know if you guys seen that stat. Chandler Jones has sacked Russell Wilson 16 times. 16 times.
16.
That's crazy. I think the most he's ever sacked anybody in his career. So that's a key stat to watch out for next year. Nah, it's Chandler Jones, Bernard Jr. See, facts. Great minds think alike.
Tell him.
Coverage sacks, we need that. We need the coverage sacks. Not every time is the D-line or blitzes are going to get home. So sometimes the secondary got to do their job. Let me get back in the chat real quick. All right. Even though I enjoy close games, comebacks, I'm so looking forward to finally blowing out teams. Man, 100%. I'm with you.
Man. Every game was a heart attack last year, bro.
I like good games. I like close games sometimes. But honestly, every game be a close game. That's like a heart attack waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
especially when you have that lead, you're up by 10, 14 points, and the other team comes back, and now it's a tie game. We got to win it with the game-winning field goal again.
Yeah,
it's like, man, you can't have that against great teams. You can't do that.
Yeah, and that's and the way you blow out teams, you gotta outcoach them. You gotta outplay them. You gotta outcoach them. And guess what? We have talent on this team, and we got good coaches.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hype it up too much because at the end of the day, there are some questions with McDaniels. There are some questions. We gotta see it. We gotta see it. Is he a leader of men? You know what I mean? Is Patrick Graham gonna lead a top 15 defense? You know what I mean? There's gonna be adjustment period. So there are some questions, but the more talent that we add to this team, you know what I mean? The more talent we see, the more Dave Z makes these moves. It gets you excited, for the future, especially into next season.
Yeah.
Casper says in 2020, Clee ranked top 15 edge rusher and was the highest graded defensive player on our team. Clee getting a bad rap because of the scheme and when he was drafted. If he was drafted later, no problem. I agree with you. 100% because at the end of the day, like some of these players, if they're not in the right system, they're not going to look as good. So you can't judge them for that. And we talked about this earlier in the show. If we're talking about how bad our coaching is, then we can't really be hard on the players. So some of these players that struggled or didn't play as well, we kind of have to give them a little bit of a chance. Now, I'm not saying that we don't address certain areas or bring competition. I'm just saying like we also got to trust this new coaching staff as well.
Yeah. It might be I mean, I was going to say if they get off to a slow start, I wouldn't be shocked. But at the same time, man, with the talent we have, I mean, we should hit the ground running, Yeah.
Great Southern trend kill. It's first time I see you on the chat. Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by, brother. What player do you think falls in the third round like a Beaver? Darian Beaver, he might be a good fit in this defense at inside linebacker for a guy like a Patrick Graham. I've seen that too. But at the end of the day, like I said earlier, best player available. When you're in the third, if you're picking, your first pick is in the third round, you're just hoping to get a good player at that point. Like you can't really strategize when you have all these players, all these teams picking in front of you. But do you have any players that you think that will drop in the third round that you're eyeing that possibly might be there?
I mean, for me, I mean, if Christian Watson is there, do you take him?
Hey man, I like Christian Watson, and that's a perfect place to take him. But I don't think he's going to be there. I think that he's had a good like Senior Bowl, great combine. Someone's going to probably take him in like the second round. Someone's going to take him in the second round. But if he's there, I like it. I love it.
Yeah,
because he's going to come to a team and he's just going to play one role, that deep threat role. You know what I mean? And that's what we need because we got all these. We got the route runners. We got Davante Adams, the number one receiver. We got Renfro. We got Waller, but we need that deep threat. You know what I mean? That guy that will put a fear into that safety if they try to come and double somebody. But either way, we got so many weapons. McDaniels, I feel like can make it work. But I'm just noticing that like if you look at the Packers, who did Adams play with? on the
He
other
didn't
side.
really play with too many other weapons. It was MVS and
MVS, right? So
I think it was
MVS
MVS.
was a speed. He's a speed threat. He was a deep threat. He
Yeah.
complemented he complemented Adams' game. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe get someone that has a little more speed, a deep threat on the other side of Adams. That'd be nice. But it might be a luxury. I'm not sure. But we got Davante Adams. It doesn't matter. Who's your starting D tackle? Hey, you're asking a crazy ass question, AV. Come on, bro. Who's your starting D tackle? And it's like the first week of March, or no, second to last week of March. Come on, bro. Hey, you know what problem? Do you know the answer to that question? Who's your starting D tackle?
I'm gonna go Bilal Nichols. He's gonna be if we're out there in the 3-4, he'll be on our nose tackle. Right now he has the best pass rush ability, and he's also young and he can stop
I
the
think
run.
Bilal Nichols will play 3-4 end. He'll
Really?
play 3-4 end, but then because he's more of a pass rushing D tackle. Nose tackle, I think we picked up a couple of guys recently. So that's going to be a position where there's going to be a lot of competition. So that's still getting sorted out right now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Any top O-line free agent still available? Is it Darrell Williams still available? Darrell Williams, Billy
Pretty
Turner.
sure he is. I'm pretty sure they are.
You know what I mean?
Eric Fisher, but
there might be some options. We can look into. I'm not saying that it's just when Teron Armstead got signed, that's when it was kind of like, damn, like after that, like it kind of, he was like the last big fish at O-line, honestly. Bernard's with you, bro. He want to see a couple of losses. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see domination next year. I want to see Carr dominate. I want to see Derek Carr dominate. I want to see some, like you said, some blowouts. Raider Takeover says, y'all don't understand. Wagner used to practice against this guy every day. That would be great intel for our defense. Okay.
You talking about Russell Wilson?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I see what he's saying. He's saying that he played with him. He knows him well. I get you. Hey, I'm not mad at Wagner. The talent of Wagner is what has me like thinking about like, hey, the Raiders need to get him. But is it a more of a luxury thing? Is it going to be too expensive?
Well, you know what? I don't think it's a luxury pickup. I don't, because we do need that. You know, we need linebackers, man. And I don't. KJ Wright, when he came to us, he had a disappointing year with us. He didn't see the field much. Yeah. I don't think that's the case with Wagner. I think Wagner still has 100 tackles in him.
Yeah.
You know, I think last year he had did he have 150? 170, 160, something like that.
Yeah.
You get 100 plus, that'll complement Perryman. If we keep Perryman, it'll complement him.
Dark Atheist, especially game one. Man, game one basically summarized our whole season. It was like on the edge. Are we going to lose this game? Are we going to win this game? Our whole season was like a roller coaster ride, bro. Severe from a guy trying to launch his own channel. Any advice from you two since you're fairly new but building? Hey, man, just do it. Just go ahead and do it, man. That's like the biggest thing I could tell you is go ahead and do it. And be consistent. Like find ways to get better. And just the first step is to just do it. Just do it. Whatever you got to do, whatever you're comfortable with, whether it's making a video about your favorite team, whether it's going live, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and do it and always keep improving. Try to find little things that you can improve after you do it, though. Don't try to analyze it before you do it.
Yeah, have fun with it. Have fun with it, too. You got to have fun because when you have fun, people can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. I love our wide receiver room, to be honest. Hey, man, I like the pieces. There's some intriguing pieces like a Mac Hollins, big receiver. You know, I'm intrigued to see how he would fit on this team. You know, obviously Adams and Renfro. You know, I want to see how Robinson, even though I'm like hugely excited. I want to see how everything plays out with McDaniels running the show. Should we draft Joe in the third round? Joe?
Is there a follow-up question?
Dark Atheist, man, he's shouting you out, bro.
Yes, sir. Cheers, bro.
Chargers, Mac Bosa, JC Durham about to take over. Hey, man, hey. I feel you, man. Those guys
take over what? What are they going to take over?
They're talented players. But at the end of the day, what happened last game of the season? What happened? You had all that talent. we got better. We got way better from the last time you seen us. That's the thing that I got to tell y'all. Like, and y'all still lost against us. That's crazy.
Carr beat these boys with nobody besides Renfro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, let's see. Max was in the same scheme, did all right. Clee, nah. Yeah, because Max is a better player. Let's be honest. He's a pass rusher. He's a pass rusher. Let's be honest here. Can we go over the 2022 opponents? They released those, right? Just not the schedule. Tyson, we're gonna say that for another show. That's a good idea, though. I like that idea. Can we go over 22? That's definitely a good show that we can do down the road. Would you be down, Problem, to do a show where we break down like the schedule?
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds like a good idea. What do you think of linebacker Brandon Smith from Penn?
That dude,
I haven't looked into it. Probably you got this one.
This dude right here, he's most likely going to be in the second round, late second round.
Yeah.
So he'd probably be out of our reach. But this dude's he's just a solid player, bro. He can do it. He can do it all. He really doesn't have no weakness. He's NFL ready. You know what I mean? As is a lot of those guys from coming out of Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a beast. I would love for us to pick him up.
Okay. There you go. Austin says, Martinez, we need to score quick and often make opposing offense more predictable. If they're a catch-up, it's just pass rush all day. So he says we need to score quick and often to make opposing offense more predictable. If they're in catch-up, that's true. That's one way to look at it too. That's one way. And I think that's what Gruden was trying to do. He's trying to have us offensively. We if we actually lived up to our offensive, like if we actually lived up to the offense that we had in previous years, because we had the pass rush last year. It's just our offense took a step back. So we couldn't do, I think that's what Gruden was trying to do last year, but we all knew how that ended. Look, Todd says Clee might fit this. I'm with you. We play NFC West this year and the Saints. Hey, we play the Niners this year, huh? Ooh.
Niners, Seahawks. Right?
I got to figure out what. Yeah, that might be a nice little game to go to and talk that shit. Should we draft Joe in the third round? Thomas, all right. I think he's talking about Mighty Joe Young. You just want to do. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, if Christian is there in the third, definitely taking him. Hey, man, great minds think alike, bro. Let's see. Okay, AV says y'all won't be able to double team Boza and Max. Somebody gonna get QB. Hey, if we don't address the right tackle position, you might be right. Like that might be a tough. But guess what? We got better coaching though. We're gonna outcoach y'all.
And they can't double Max and Jones.
And y'all can't guard Davante Adams, Hunter Renfro, and Darren Waller. That's three players that y'all have to focus on. And we're still adding pieces. See how that works?
JC Jackson can guard. Excuse me, Adams.
Mm-hmm. They're better Bosa. They're the better Bosas in San Francisco. Woo! Hey, Hefe, man. Hefe, he don't know. He don't know. Don't break him to. You got to break him to me easy because he might have a heart attack if he sees that.
I'm gonna grab a water real quick.
It's all good. It's all good. Gio Romero says plus the Patriots division. The Patriots division. Okay, so the AFC East. Okay. That's a couple of okay, Dolphins is a win. Okay, I'm thinking the Bills, that's a tough game. Patriots always gonna be tough. Who else am I missing? The Jets. Oh, that's a win right there. Okay. That's thank you, God. We're playing the AFC East. Ja Raider says, Pharaoh, you saw Adams' interview when he said, well, Carl will buy me a car if I would come here and I'm feeling Ferrari. I think there was a picture out where they're both sitting down on top of like they both have Ferraris outside and I think he did it. I think he came through. He actually came through. Bernard, Chandler and Max get into to Sherbert as well. Oh yeah. He don't know. Bernard he don't know. He don't know. He just let him live, man. Let's give him a little chance to live, man. What up? You know it takes a couple years to click with new coaches. Yeah, and that's kind of like calming me down a little bit because at the end of the day, I am hyped that the Raiders makes all these moves. But at the end of the day, there is an adjustment period. But man, you can't lie, man. The Raiders made some nice upgrades. Marty Mart says Cobb. Okay. Matt can't beat Lunar. Hey, cool Kev, man. I wish I could say that with so much confidence, but I can't. I can't. Khalil Shakir might be a sneaky good pick in the third round. Okay, brother. Okay, dropping the facts. You think John Gruden wish he had this team? Oh man, John Gruden. Man, shit, man. Good luck to him. Good luck to him, man. He got bigger things to worry about. But at the end of the day, like this dude's getting John Gruden is getting paid millions, man. I don't feel bad. At the end of the day, his life is set. His life is set. AV Mac, who's the one who missed the whole year? Facts, man. Facts. Y'all think we should try and bring in Sue? I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it, but like, it's not like one of those targets where I'm like, oh, okay, we need to get this guy. Like, Sue is kind of on the back end of his career. I don't know if he can make an impact at this time. You know what I mean? And man, you know what, man? Like, I think I forgot who mentioned this, man. Like, the Raiders already have a target on our back. Imagine Sue on the Raiders.
Yeah.
The rest
I'd rather get Campbell.
Like flags left and right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, Kevin Lurker just mentioned your guy. What's good, guys? Brian Asuma, and Darian Beavers. Who do you like? I like Darian Beavers, man. I feel like it'd be a perfect fit for Patrick Graham.
They're both good, but they'll both be good for sure. Brian, they're a little bit different though. I like Brian Asuma better.
Hefe, Charger got that sorry ass head coach that cost you a playoff appearance. For real, man. You know what's funny? I really think that what's his face? Bisaccia was gonna run out the clock. Like I really thought he really was gonna run out the clock until he called a timeout, and he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to go for the kill.
That was the worst mistake, man.
Yeah. And he went with it on 4th down on like our 20-yard line and lost. I'm like, what kind of? Hey man, I'm glad I'm a Raider fan. We're not Charger fans over here. Fuck that. Well, that was disgusting. Sam's house. Campbell's D tackle starting for us when we get him. Hey man, you announce the news, and that when it drops, you go announce the news, right? Lonnie says Derwin too can't stay on the field. Okay. How do you think Gruden is feeling? Hey man, like I said earlier, man, he's living. He's in his $1 million mansion.
Yeah,
counting his money. And just looking back all the great memories of winning Super Bowls and playoff wins, like he's good, bro. Like
at the end of the day, man, that dude's retired, living in $1 million mansions.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not tripping off Gruden, man. At the end of the day, like he has a good life, bro. He has a good life. It's messed up how it's on him, man. He made the mistakes that he made, so that's on him. Pico can play nose. Okay. Linnell dropping some facts right here. DeJuan Brown. He's getting up there in age. Is he injury prone, Tyson? I don't know, man. Maybe we can bring him on a nice little cheap deal. Have him compete. Has Danny Shelton been picked up yet? I'm not sure, brother. I don't think the Raiders have picked him up though. Let's see. Let me get catch up. Hey man, we're 88 strong, man. This is real love right here, Raider Nation. We're the best fan base, hands down. It's not even close. Raider Nation is it's hands down the best fan base. Anything I don't think I've ever seen anything close to Raider Nation. And please make sure to like and subscribe. And after this live is over, leave some comments, any thoughts, any ideas, anything that you want to see improved, anything that you want to see, any ideas or anything that you're seeing in like that upcoming Raider news, anything like that. Let me know. I'm really responsive. I like talking to Raider Nation about football. As you can see, I'm on here. It's been like almost 2 hours, and I'm over here talking football about Raiders, specifically the Raiders, and nobody else. It's crazy, right? And Great Southern Trend Kill says DeMarcus Robinson. Okay, Robinson thoughts. You want to take this one?
Robinson,
that's the receiver that we just signed recently.
Oh, Robinson.
I think that's what he's
referring to. I think someone asked a question earlier about him. I mean, I never really knew about the guy till today, but I remember he was on the Chiefs. I don't think he's going to offer much unless somehow they just see something where he can have a connection with Carr. You know, Carr likes certain receivers, and once he builds chemistry with you, he can unlock your talent. He's gotten how many people paid over the last 3, 4, or 5 years? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he got talent, but if Carr don't see it, build that chemistry with him, he's not going to really help us too much. I don't think.
Yeah, man. He's a number 4 or 5 receiver. He could possibly get cut in training camp. Like, it's not like some guy that I'm like depending on. But hey, if he can contribute, I'm all for it. But I'm just not like, oh man, Demarcus Robinson, man, he's gonna be the best receiver. No, it's not that type of deal.
Right.
KJ has that 1 4th down stop against, I forgot what team, but that was it. KJ has 1 4th down. Yeah, it was I know exactly. You remember that? KJ Wright when he had that 4th down stop? What team was it against? Chat, help me out here.
Was it the Browns?
Lonnie, I'm with you. Was it the Browns? He had a big 4th down stop.
Ravens.
Is it the Ravens?
No. It's hard to remember, bro.
Thomas, man, we need to draft Joe in the 3rd round, bro. I feel you, Joe. Hey, we need to get Joe in the 3rd round. Whoever Joe is, we need to get his ass for sure. Are we on the road in our first game? I haven't checked this. I haven't checked the schedule, man. I'm really focused on like free agency and Raider moves and things like that. But once I get into that, I definitely will check that for you, brother. Just win, baby. Hey, Tyson, I can't say it any better. Just win, baby. Catch y'all later. Bolt up, AV, man. Appreciate you stopping by, but that was corny. I'm just gonna let you know that was corny. That was corny as hell. But good, hey man, good luck to you, man. I appreciate you stopping by though. Bolt up, just win, baby. yeah. That ain't nothing. That's the best. Bolt up or just win, baby. Come on, like, come on, man.
There's no comparison, man.
It's not even close. It's
Bolt
not
up.
AV feels embarrassed to lose a specialty coach with no number 1 receiver, man. Hey, don't hit him where it hurts, bro. Don't hit him where it hurts.
That's tough.
All right. I like these guys. Simone Raider is my favorite, though. Hey, man. Hey, Simone Raider, that dude, shout out to him. Go ahead and if y'all haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to that dude, man. He is one of the Raider YouTube legends out here. He's doing his thing. I like the quality that he brings. And I'm definitely going to make upgrades to Raider Nation. I just need y'all's support. Just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also my boy Problem over here, make sure to support him as well. Go ahead and subscribe and like his videos as well. We out here, man. Let's see. Bernard Jr., y'all better bolt away. DA about to take JC's ankles. Facts. Did y'all see JC talking shit? JC was really talking shit out here, man. He was talking about how like he couldn't wait to, I would pull it up, but y'all probably seen it already. But JC was talking shit about they better be ready for us. They better be ready.
Yeah.
For us. He was kind of like, oh, okay, motherfucker. You just mad because your boy Dave Z didn't sign you to a contract. You just mad because he didn't come to Raiders, and we didn't want to sign you because we have bigger fish to fry. Like get Davante Adams on the Las Vegas Raiders. I'll take that. I'll take Davante Adams over J.C. Jackson. I'll take that any day.
Bro, I mean, I just can't wait, bro. So week 1, see this new team assembled on the field. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hyped, man. It's gonna be hyped up, man.
There you go. Casper saying he's telling Raider takeover schedules have not been released yet. Okay. Mr. Martin, a mama joke. Oh, okay. You taking it back. Okay. AV sleep good, but don't get ACL. Hey, that was funny. It was very dark though. It was very dark, but that's funny. Joe Mama got to get a laugh. Oh, damn,
come on, man.
Come on. That was dry. That was
dry.
Man, that was terrible.
Shout out to Sultan.
That's terrible. Shout out to Sultan, man. Another Raider creator, man. This guy's close to getting 1K. Make sure you guys go out to his channel and support him as well. Like, comment, and subscribe. KO Raider, they taking over IR. Shit, yeah, facts. Hell yeah, whoever you're talking about, they taking over IR. Hopefully not the Raiders. I'm most excited about when things get tough. How do we make adjustments series to series? I get tired of DC looking lost on the bench on the sideline. He doesn't even look at the tablet. I feel you, man. But like when there's so much dysfunction with the Raiders, it's just amazing that he's been able to hang around and still be excited to be a Raider. You know what I mean? Usually some players are over here demanding trades left and right. That's the one thing that you can't say about DC, man. Like he has heart and he wants to play for the Raiders. Like, come on, bro. And it's going to even be that. And the fact that he's able to bring Davante Adams, because let's be real, Davante Adams would never have come to the Raiders without DC. Let's just be honest. He's not going to come here. So the one thing left, I will say, is we got to win. and I want to see DC dominate. He has everything he needs to dominate. If he doesn't dominate, then we might have to look for upgrades.
When we cross that bridge, yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but we're not there yet. AB, Sam House, AB, take over these nuts. Oh man, AB's talking shit right here. Oh, I mean, Sam's House is talking shit. Take over the IRLS. Okay, y'all sleepy? Man, hey, we getting close, man. We getting close. But let's see. But I got plenty of energy, bro. I got plenty of energy. Raiders 14-3. If that happens, oh my god, that would be the best season that I've witnessed as a Raider fan. I'm trying to think. I think 2002 we went 12-4 or 11-5, one or the other. That was probably the best record that I've seen the Raiders.
Actually. Yeah, we went 12. Yeah.
12-4, 11-5. You know, chat, help me out if you
12-4, 2016.
But now we're playing 17 game season, so he's saying 14-3. Cool, Kev. Let's see. I see. Okay, I think we go 12-5 respectfully. Hefe, man. Hey, Hefe LV. Hey, are you the Chiefs fan or are you a Raiders fan? You're throwing me off.
I think someone's trolling Hefe. The other Hefe.
Are you trolling? Are you trolling the other Hefe? Oh, damn, that's crazy. That's hilarious. Just because it's first year with this. Okay. You talking about the Raiders? Okay. 12-5. I'll take that. It's a tough division. It is a tough in Vegas. Sam's house in Vegas against the 49ers. Ooh, that'd be a nice game to go to. It's gonna feel so good. It's because being from the Bay Area, we hate the Niners out here. You know, we hate the Niners out here. All right, Sauce Nate, he talking about Joe Mama. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's terrible. All right, Thomas, he said we need a right tackle and safety. Facts on facts. Let's see. Austin Martinez. Oh man, it's going to be interesting to see how Trey Lance is coming along by the time they come to Vegas. You know what? Hey man, that's a great point because they traded a lot of picks to get Trey Lance, and you know he didn't really get PT last year, and when he did play, did he really look that good? You know, but you know what? I'm a big believer in Kyle Shanahan. Like, I think he's one of the best offensive minds in football. So I think he figures it out with Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan will probably devise a system that he could play under. But you know what? That's not our problem. Our problem is Raiders. Let's see right here. I'm calling it now. Raiders versus Niners, week 1, Sunday night football. Okay. That'd be nice. Because usually that first game is a West Coast game. Usually it's a Monday night football game. Have you guys noticed that? It'll be like the first game of the season will usually be like a Monday night football game or a West Coast game. Like last year was against the Ravens in Vegas. Previous years it was against the Chargers, Denver. So the schedule makers always like they always play
they push us to Monday night a lot.
Yeah,
seems like week 1.
Yeah. So that's a good guess. That's a good guess to see. Okay, this is a question. Thomas has a question for you. OBJ or Julio Jones?
Julio Jones. Easy. He's healthy. OBJ's not.
Okay. And Lonnie is making a public service announcement. I gotta let her through. Gotta make sure she is saying subscribe to Farrell. Yes.
Yep.
Please make sure to subscribe, like the video, so I can keep coming back with more content. Yep. You know what I mean? And everything will improve. Trust me, shit will improve. I am not lying to you. So I can keep coming back with more stuff for y'all. Make sure you subscribe. Cool Kev. Thomas can pass on both. All right. Kip Priority. I've never seen you in the chat, but I appreciate you stopping by. I'm in KC. Hell no to Honey Badger. He can't tackle. Huh.
That's okay. All right. We just need him to cover.
There you go. That's what we need him to do. All right. Let's see. Hefe, the troll, LV, OBJ, even though he's not coming back till midseason. That's if he's not coming back till midseason, don't you want to wait to sign him? Why are you in a rush to sign him? You know what I'm saying? That's like it's a waste of space. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, he won't be signed till later. I mean, who knows though?
How you feel about Deshaun Jackson?
I don't think nothing of him, honestly.
He's done. But we're getting close to wrapping it up, man. I had to go for a world record today. We're at 1 hour and 59 minutes and 48 seconds and counting. I appreciate everybody stopping by, showing love, man. Raider Nation, like I said, y'all are the best fan base. It's not even close. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on your way out. Also, make sure to subscribe to my brother over here, Problem TV. He also is a Raider content creator. If my mods can start posting the links as well to make it easier for the chat to find us. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram, same name, Pharaoh NFL, simple as that. And also, most importantly, subscribe to the channel and like the video. But any closing thoughts, man? Any information that you want to give the chat?
No, man, just appreciate you having me on. And if you want to hit the sub button for this dude. Me and him probably gonna do a couple collabs soon. Break down some film for you guys. Whether it's college, NFL, if you guys want to look at new signings, whatever you guys want, man, we'll do for you guys. But yeah, man, thanks for having me on. Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Peace out, Raider Nation, man. Till next time.
30, 35, 40, midfield, McFadden breaks a tackle, he's gone! 10, 5, touchdown! Raiders!
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing.